I feel like my last rant may not have been a great one to start on. Rant as a word comes off negatively sometimes, and I don't want this little journal I do to be all on negative or depressing subjects. Some of the best thoughtful material comes from hard subjects, but believe it or not, I'm quite the optimistic and happy person. So, to better display the wide variety of things I'd like to rant about in this series, I'm going to talk about one of the happiest things in my life. My mother and her recent experience with cancer. Back in mid-December, my mom had a very small vehicular accident that ended up having her think about all these regular medical checkups that she should be doing. She decided, because she had skipped it previously that year, that she would also have a mammogram, which tests for a variety of things, most importantly, breast cancer. And it ended up that she did, in fact, have breast cancer. It was in the early stages, and she had a quick removal surgery to get rid of any major cells, but she was still put on a good bit of chemotherapy and radiation over the last 9 months to make sure it was completely gone. I am happy to announce that as of this week, she has finished her last radiation session and is cancer-free. It should go without saying that I'm really happy. Of course, my mom is much more than just her cancer, just like I'm more than someone whose mom had cancer. She's one of the most wonderful people I've ever known, and my biggest role model. Ever since I first started seriously being a part of the internet in mid-2008 or so, I've always had this huge creative urge. I've always wanted to be a part of something or to make something of my own. I was never happy to just sit back and enjoy something I loved. I had to be in the thick of it. My mom, as opposed to some adults, completely encouraged and moderated my usage of the internet. She was always super supportive of everything I attempted to do, and was always a point of guidance throughout my entire life. When I learned something, I could go talk to her about it, and she would help me understand about what I was learning. She wouldn't just tell me what to do, or what was right or wrong. She encouraged me to figure out my own moral values, and to chart my own path through life. And most importantly, she's always given me the utmost amount of respect and privacy. Obviously, every single parent wants to watch what their kids are doing on the internet. It's a big place with a lot of adult things. But my mom trusted me and taught me how to behave and respect things in such a way where I knew how to limit myself, as opposed to her just shutting me down at every turn or trying to overprotect me. She's never pushed herself into my online life and has given me the room to become who I want to become without having to feel like she's always over my shoulder. Of course, I have told my mom about a bunch of stuff I've done online over the last 4.5 years. I tell my mom everything, and that's what's really amazing. Maybe it's just because our personalities match up so well. I mean, mother-son, who would have thought about that? But I feel like I can always have conversations with her about the things that are on my mind, and she'll never judge me or try to change my view. She might try to push me in the right direction or give me a suggestion, but it's always been her mentality to tell me, you have a whole wide world ahead of you, and you can do whatever or be whatever you want to. I have a bunch of stupid theoretical things that I think of on a daily basis, and she's always entertained those thoughts and encouraged me to think more and more, even if it was something that was, stupid or dumb or didn't make sense. To think is to grow, and under her guidance, I'd like to think that I've grown a lot, and continue to grow thanks to the lessons that she's taught me. Let me give you a specific example, recent example, from a 2-hour phone conversation that we had the other day. I was talking to her about a lot of things, and along the way, something like cosmetic surgery came up. And through that, we started talking about transsexuality. I told her about my secondhand experiences with it, people that I've known who are transsexual or things like that, along with some information that I knew about transsexuality and the processes and things like that. And the entire time, she was just open to everything I had to say. She's always been open, never judgmental of anyone else. Can you think of many 54-year-old people who can open their minds to the concept of transsexuality just out of the blue? But she's just repeated what she's always said, which was that she believes everyone should get a chance at happiness, and the fact that people get that chance nowadays is just amazing. She texted me a day later after we had that 2-hour conversation, and she said this is a quote. "Really enjoyed our chat yesterday, and I hope to continue to learn new things from you that can help my life in the days ahead. I think you're terrific. Of course, it could just be your genes. Haha, XO." It's hard to sit here and tell other people, you guys, about how much I love and admire my mother. You would have to live my life to truly understand. But I'll be damned if that text message isn't the perfect example of an amazing person. Some people in my life have joked and called me a mama's boy or something stupid like that, but I wouldn't trade her for anything in the world. She's my biggest role model, and one day I hope to be as great of a person as she is. Congratulations on beating cancer, Mom. I love you. This has been Rainbow Plasma, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.